Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, puppets and puppeteers alike, thank you for joining us for the first ever virtual presentation of the Carroll College Puppet Slam Slam. I'm Tom Trengmo, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies tonight. We're so glad you could join us, as we have a number of live shows and digital submissions from a number of states to show to you tonight. Our first presentation comes from Daniel Kelin, the current sitting director of dramatic arts at the Honolulu Theater for Youth and the former president of the American Alliance for Theater and Education. He brings us a heartwarming tale of family, bravery, and forgiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy our first excerpt of the night, simply titled Fatu.
In the shadow of mountains that poke at the sky, by an ocean where six-legged crabs scuttle by, under trees stuffed with coconuts dangling high, lived a sweet little girl called Fatu. Her brothers were many. Her parents just two, who showered their girl with love shown to few. The brothers felt jealous and wished for love too, but mostly it went to Fatu. Nearby lived a sorceress, cold-hearted and cruel, who chomped on small creatures and snarled like a ghoul. "Don't go near her," said Mama. "That is the rule. I don't want her to eat you, Fatu." Now, the sorceress owned a sweet coconut tree, and those brothers told Fatu, "Climb up quickly and grab every ripe nut that you can see." "But the witch," said nervous Fatu. "Don't be frightened," the boy said, "or worried at all. You are such a good climber, and we would just fall. We brothers feel thirsty. Please pick a great haul." So up climbed the trusting Fatu. In a flash, the sorceress flew from her hut. "How dare you," she shrieked, "touch even one nut?" "But I didn't," cried Fatu. "Don't give me that but," said the witch, as she grabbed at Fatu. The sorceress dragged the trembling girl to the parents, letting all of her fury unfurl. "Your girl's acting wicked." And then, with a whirl through magic, had frightened Fatu. The brothers, they cringed. The parents, they cried as Fatu, that sweet one, was practically fried by magic that made her feel funny inside, then turn into stone. Poor Fatu. Now the parents kept loving their daughter gone taught, leaving presents like fine mats and fish father caught, ignoring the boys who felt hurt and forgot love less than a frozen Fatu. So the brothers cooked up a devious plan. "Let's drag our stone sis as far as we can." The boys dumped Fatu in the sea, and they ran. Down sank unlucky Fatu. The boys, they built a phony Fatu of coral and sap, which they hoped could make do. The parents weren't fooled, pleading, "Boys, why would you? How rotten you've treated Fatu!" Alone on the beach, the boys sat with heads bowed. Unloved and tormented, they wept long and loud, till a crab scuttled by, asking, "Why the dark cloud?" "'Cause we drowned our dear sister Fatu." "Oh my," said the crab. "You tossed her to sea?" "We did," moaned the boys. Said the crab, "Golly gee." The boys, "Can you save her?" The crab, if you'll be loving brothers to Sister Fatu." The boys swore a promise, hands raised in the air. So the crab dived right in and searched everywhere till she spied a dark cavern, a shadowy lair, where 2 sharks floated, guarding Fatu. Under a spell of that sorceress foul, the pair of gruff sharks prowled about with a scowl. When someone swam near, the pair hissed in a growl, "Stay away, far away from Fatu." The crab crept up silent, 1 shark as her mark. She pinched hard its tail, which made the shark bark. The crab poked and jabbed, making holes in the shark, which died at the feet of Fatu. The second shark yelped in shock from the sight. He jumped back in fear, begging, "Please, not a fight." The crab answered, "Boo!" The shark sped off in fright. Then the crab gently picked up Fatu. The crab dragged the statue up onto the shore, where she washed off the magic to make Fatu more of the sweet little girl that she was once before. "Oh, thank you, dear crab," sighed Fatu. The brothers cried, "Sorry!" But Fatu said, "What? You saved me." The boys looked confused and said, "Not, we drowned you." And their sister said, "Yes, but then got the crab to come save your Fatu." The boys shouted, "Yippee!" The crab said, "Hee hee." And the brothers now care for their sister. Truly, this means that the story ends quite perfectly with everyone loving Fatu.
Our next selection comes from Carroll College's very own Stephen Allen Seder, in the form of song. Stephen is a University of Montana graduate and just recently received his MFA from Goddard College. He brings us a beautiful song about life, loneliness, aging, and what it truly means to seek compassion in the world. This is Crashing of a Wave.
About mortality. Death comes for everyone, eventually. I'm old, I'm coarse, and I'm wise. I've lived an awfully long life. I've traveled the world and sea to shining sea. I've learned to be humble and kind. I've learned to take my time. But I'm all alone and I feel so incomplete. There's no one to love me deeply. An old man by the sea, me. I remember when I was young, I used to sing this simple song. Where will we be when we are 63? What will we do when we are 72? Will we be done by 81? Will we be poor at 94? Oh. Looking back, now I realize I was such a hopeful kind of guy. To think that I could ever be loved, to think that someone would open up. I guess it's just a crashing of a wave, waiting for you to clear the path I pave. But till then, while I'll wait, I'll sing this song to the break of day. Where will we be when we are 63? What will we do when we are 72? Will we be done by 81? Will we be poor at 94? Will you walk with me on the beach? Smell our cologne on the ocean breeze. I may be old, but I'm unafraid. You'll come someday and you'll lead the way. And as we walk through the sand, you'll say to me as I hold your hand, why weren't you mine when I was 39? Would you love me when I was 23? Won't you be mine till the end of time? Be my moon and I'll be your tide. I guess it's just the crashing of a wave. I'll sit here and I'll watch the tide all day.
Our third performance of the night features a very elderly couple searching for the perfect pumpkin for this Halloween season that they have grown but has suddenly gone missing. It was submitted to us by Rachael Chapman from the Tacoma University of the Arts. We give you The Vanishing Pumpkin.
The Vanishing Pumpkin by Tony Johnston. Illustrations by Tommy De Paola. There once was a 700-year-old woman. Hello! There was an 800-year-old man. Hiya! They were standing outside as the sun came up. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, old man, that sun reminds me of something. Right, pumpkins. And pumpkins remind me of Halloween. And that's what day it is. Tink. Lucky lizards. Let's fetch that pumpkin we've been saving and make ourselves a pumpkin pie. The old woman would have done just that, but the pumpkin vanished from sight. Ooh, snitched! Our Halloween pumpkin has been snitched! Oh, great grizzlies! Who dare steal a pumpkin from an 800-year-old man? So they set off down the road. They went as fast as a 700-year-old woman and an 800-year-old man can. In fact, they fairly flew. Wee, 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 wee. They met a ghoul perched on a fence post. The old man hollered out, "Ghoul, where Don't know, growled the ghoul. And he didn't. He didn't even know what it was. Tell him what it is. Pumpkin! Where is it? Don't know, growled the ghoul. And he began to search. He looked underneath himself. Aha! No pumpkin. He looked behind himself. Oh, no pumpkin. He looked behind the old woman. Ah! No pumpkin. He looked behind the old man. Ah! Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Or I'll do you such a trick. Oh, please do, growled the ghoul. So the old man made him as thin as an onion skin. Zippity, zappity, zap! To see if the pumpkin was hidden in a sneaky spot. The old woman clapped. Oh, no! The ghoul clapped. Oh, my. Even the old man clapped at that trick. Hot diggity! But they found no pumpkin. So the old man made him normal again. Poof. Thank you for the trick. Goodbye. Oh, where is that pumpkin? I want my pumpkin pie. So they set off down the road. They went as fast as a 700-year-old woman and an 800-year-old man can. In fact, they rarely flew. Wee, 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 wee. They met a rapscallion picking mushrooms in a field. Rapscallion! Where's the pumpkin? Oh, right, exactly. Where is it? The rapscallion thought about that, and he began to search. He looked behind the rock. No pumpkin. He looked inside his basket. No pumpkin. He looked even underneath his feet, which was pretty hard to do. No pumpkin. Will a mushroom do? No, never. I shan't eat mushroom pie. It's pumpkin pie or it's nothing. Huh? Then it's nothing. Rapscallion, don't get fresh with an 800-year-old man, or I'll do you such a trick. Oh, please do, grinned the rapscallion. So the old man turned him upside down. Zippity, zappity, zap! Right there between earth and sky. The old woman clapped. Oh, hooray! The rapscallion clapped. Oh boy! Even the old man clapped at that trick. Hot diggity! But no matter how hard they shook the rapscallion, not a single pumpkin fell out. So the old man brought him back down again. Poof! Thank you for the trick. Goodbye. Oh, where is that pumpkin? I want my pumpkin pie. So they set off down the road. They went as fast as a 700-year-old woman and an 800-year-old man can. In fact, they fairly flew. Wee, 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 wee. They met a varmint right then and there. Varmint! Where's my pumpkin? Have you seen it?
Oh, a big one.
Yes.
A great big fat one.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Well, no.
Oh, wicked, 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 wicked. I'll do you such a trick for tricking me.
Oh, please do.
Laughed the varmint. So the old man turned him into a black cat. Zippity, zappity, zap. With lots of fleas. The old woman clapped. Hooray! The varmint clapped. Even the old man clapped at that trick. Hot diggity! But no matter how hard the varmint scratched, he never seemed to scratch out the pumpkin. So the old man turned him back again. Poof.
Thank you for the trick. Goodbye.
Oh, where is that pumpkin? I want my pumpkin pie. So they set off down the road. They went as fast as a 700-year-old woman and an 800-year-old man can. In fact, they fairly flew. I just want my pumpkin pie. That's all I ever wanted before. They met a 900-year-old wizard standing by a fire as the sun came down. Tink, tink. And it was no fire at all. It was the pumpkin, carved into a jack-o'-lantern and grinning from ear to ear. The old man felt like shouting, but you don't shout at a 900-year-old wizard, honey.
He might turn you into a lizard.
I borrowed your pumpkin. You snitched, borrowed for my jack-o'-lantern. Nothing but the best for me. Ah, great gizzards. Now I'll never have my pumpkin pie. Pie? That reminds me of something. What? Pie reminds me of? Pie! And when I made my jack-o'-lantern, that's what I made for you. Oh, where? Oh dear, it was just here. And he began to search. He looked inside the jack-o'-lantern. No pie. He looked underneath his beard. And, well, no pie. And then he looked inside his magical hat. Zippity, zappity, zop. And would you know it? It was right there. Ta-da! Along with a little bat. So they all sat down and they gobbled it up. Now what do you think of that? Happy Halloween!
Ladies and gentlemen, as we've reached the halfway mark in tonight's processions, we'd just like to take the time to welcome all of you who have more recently joined to the first ever virtual production of the Carroll College Puppet Slam Slam. We're so glad you're spending your evening with us, and we hope that you'll enjoy the remainder of our productions. Our fourth show of the night comes to us from Kevin and Casey Ilgaz, two locally based performers who, in a combination of shadow puppetry and unique contraptions, have provided us with the great story of The Longest Night.
Yoksun diye geldi esti bahar, yoksun diye yandı aşkına can. Gözümün önüne geldi meşki zaman, gecemi sarhoş ederdi hoş bir edan. Sensiz neyleyim dalda çiçek, günler yıllara oldu da denk. Kapıda nöbete durdu yaşlı seyis, salına salına geldi aşkı haber. The snow lies deep. The night is long and long. The stars are ice. The moon is frost. And the world is still. Darkness rules. The cold wind blows, and those who feel it in their feathers and fur ask, Who? Who will bring back the sun? The crow says, Caw! Caw! It's me. I will fly over the mountains, pluck the sun awake, and bring it here with my strong claws. The cold wind blows and says, No, no, it's not you. The moose cries out, Me, me! I will scoop the sun with my mighty antlers and put it back in the sky. Me, me. The cold wind blows again. No, not you. It's not you. The clever fox barked and said, It's It's me. Let me sniff the sun out of its hiding place. I'll snap it with my teeth and bring it. Throw it back in the sky. The wind blows again. No, it's not you. Not you. The little chickadee asks the wind, if not the crow, not the moose, not the fox, then who? Who will bring the sun back? The cold wind whispers and whistles through the branches and answers, it's you. It's you. Huh. I don't have strong claws. I don't have mighty antlers. How? I don't have teeth. I only have my song. Chickadee-dee-dee-dee. 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 The sun heard the little chickadee's voice, rose up to smile upon the world. Çek faytonu yarime, uzanalım çağırıyor güllerin hasreti. Ah dize getirdin yüreğimi, hadi uzat ellerini, sevişelim sabaha dek.
Our fifth selection of the night comes to us from Margot and Kelsey at FitzSili Productions, based in California, a visually intriguing production of shadow puppetry, with their original rendition of a classic song underneath. This is California Dreamin'.
Jamie, this heat wave is extraordinary. It's about as hot as it can physically get across California right now, and we're going to see a lot more heat over the next 24 hours. In fact, from today through tomorrow, another 100 record highs are possible. A lot of them September records and some all-time record heat. 123 in Palm Springs, Fresno, 112 degrees. Climate change took a run-of-the-mill heat wave, and it made it into a remarkable heat wave. But watch this front. This is more trouble because as the front heads to the south, it will cool down temperatures, but infuse dry and windy weather into California. We're fighting a lot of fires right now, and as the wind weaves through the canyons, we're going to see gusts of 40 and 50 miles an hour and the possibility of out-of-control wildfires.
Fires continue in the state, many extending their gratitude to the men and women who are answering the call from all over the state to fight on the front lines. What some may not know is almost half of those men and women fighting fires are convicted felons.
We apologize for the slight hiccups in audio on that last one. Contrary to the popular saying, when it comes to virtual production, this is in fact our first rodeo. We'd like to end tonight's processions with a selection from someone who's very near and dear to my heart and the Carroll College community in general. Michael McNeilly has been in the entertainment industry for decades and both founded and has mastered the art of American mime. He shows those talents to a stellar degree in his excerpt of performance that we will end tonight's performances with. And with that, we conclude the first ever Carroll College virtual Puppet Slam Slam. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for supporting the arts in this crazy, wild world that we live in today. It means a lot to us, and we were very, very glad and had a great time putting it on for you. Thank you, and good night.